Today I will be doing a request from a viewer, Renee, who asked if I could recreate this large triple palm tree. It looks like it could be a Dracaena cabbage palm or Dragon Draco. I'm not exactly sure, but I will be recreating my own version of this big beautiful tree as a houseplant. And I'll show you and Renee how you can recreate this using a few sheets of poster paper. Today's show is sponsored by Cherijit. I got a brand new office desk light. This is a dimmable LED desk lamp by Cherijit. So this lamp is really compact. It folds completely down and in on itself. I got this one in black, but it also comes in silver. It's very lightweight, but it seems pretty solid. It comes with a USB cable so that you can plug it into your computer or outlet for power. It also has a USB port and an on and off switch on the back. It does not, however, come with the AC adapter. Luckily, I have a bunch of these from my phone chargers, so I'm just going to plug this in and see how it works. The on-off switch is right here. It's totally operated by touch. It also comes with a nice little detachable pen holder to keep your favorite writing tools right at hand. So let's see how these controls work. Let's turn it on, and the brightness level can be changed by just moving your fingers across. There are also 5 different color temperatures. You can make your light warm or cooler if you like. There's also a quick reading mode that is fixed at 4000 K warm light. There is a timer function that will automatically turn the lamp off after 45 minutes. What I really like about this lamp is that there's 2 wide LED light panels that are totally adjustable. They move in and out and up and down, and I can precisely focus the light wherever I need it. And one thing I'm really excited about is, since it's so flexible, I can turn the lights up and use the lamp with my laptop when I have Zoom meetings. So on Zoom meetings, I always look bad. You can barely see my face. But if I turn the light on, look at how clear I am. You can see my face. Hi everyone, I'm here for the meeting. It's me, Toni. So much better. And I could adjust the lighting up or down. I can change the tone of the light. I love this. So excited about this. I finally got the front light that I needed. What can I say? There's no contest. It's the lamp I always needed. Perfect. Click on the link below to get your own Cherijit adjustable, dimmable, and foldable table lamp. So I couldn't find this tree online, so I'm not exactly sure what type of tree it is. Like I said, I think it's some type of Dracaena, and it looks like it's about 10 feet. Renee said that she tried to buy some, but they go for $4,000. I'm not going to make one this big because I want it to fit in my office, but I'll make something similar to it. And Renee, I think you'll be able to make it any height you like. So it looks like Renee's plant has a big square pot with 3 long sort of curving trunks that come out and big spiky palms that are balls that sit at the top of each of them. Now, in my office, I already have this vase that I'd like to use for this plant, but it's very different. It's a gold vase with a skinny neck, so I'm going to have to do something different for the trunks. I always have fallen branches in my yard, so I'm out looking for some pieces right now. This one is a nice big curvy one. So finding 3 different size kind of curvy branches would be ideal. But since I'm going to be putting this in a vase with a skinny neck, I think I'm going to use a branch that's more like this. It has a pretty thick base and it sort of branches out into different size stems that I can put my palms on. So I'll be using this branch. I already trimmed the limbs and I cut the base to fit inside my vase. I'm also using a bag of small rocks to plant my branch inside my vase and also to weigh the vase down. So you want to put your branch inside the vase first and make sure it goes all the way down to the bottom, and just pour the rocks in around the branch. And I'm using just enough rocks to make this heavy enough not to tip over. You could also use a bag of sand instead of the rocks, just anything to weigh the vase down and to plant the trunk. And to keep the branch centered and in place inside the vase, I'm going to stuff some newspaper in around the branch inside the neck of the vase. And to hide the newspaper, I'll just cover it up with a little moss at the very top. Now to make my big palm balls, I'm going to be using some sheets of black poster board. For one large ball, I'm going to use 2 sheets of poster board. I'm just going to start by folding one sheet in half just to get the center point. Then I'll stack the 2 sheets and cut them down the middle. So now I have 4 rectangle sheets, and I'm going to start with one of these, fold it in half, and I'm going to angle my ruler about 10 degrees and use my pencil to draw triangle shapes on the page. The base of the triangles will be about 1 inch. And I'm just going to angle my ruler back and forth so that I have triangles going up and triangles going down. Something like this. Now you can use a knife or a scissors to cut those pieces out. But when you cut them out, you'll have 2 different types of long, pointy triangle pieces. The first cut will be 2 separate triangle pieces, and the second cut will be a long folded piece with triangles on each end. So I'm going to separate these into 2 different piles for the 2 shapes. And after I cut that sheet out, I'm going to put some paper down to assemble them. I'm starting with the folded pieces first, and I am going to put a little hot glue right in the center of the first piece and glue the second piece down to make a cross. And then I'm going to continue by adding the next piece, crossing that one until I made a starburst shape with all of the long pieces. Now with the other stack, the half pieces, I am going to put a little circle of glue in the middle and glue those one at a time. One at the top and then one below that. And make sure I just center it in between the spaces. And this is allowing me to use every bit of that sheet and to get as many spikes on this palm as I can. Okay, so now I have my spiky assembled circle. It's about 18 inches around. I'm just going to turn this over. And starting with the top pieces, I'm just going to start bending those upward. And because I want these first 4 pieces to stay together up and in one point, I'm going to sort of put a little glue on the first 2 at the bottom just to keep those 2 closed. And I may put some glue on the sides of the second 2. But I'm going to start bending these up. And as I bring each of these up, I'm bending the bottom to give it a little bit of a crease to help it to stay up. So that when these fan out, it's going to look like this. Now this is just 1/4 of this pine ball. I'm going to use the other 3 sheets that I cut to make 3 more of these. By the way, I have my Cherident lamp on my desk, and it's been helping a lot with filming and seeing things clearly while I work. Okay, so I went and did the same thing with the remaining 3 sheets. So now I have 3 of these spiky parts, and I'm going to put them together into one big pine ball. So I'm going to start with one of them and put a generous amount of hot glue on the bottom of it, and I'm going to glue a second one directly behind it, butt to butt. The third one I want to sit at the top of the 2, like between the 2 from the center. But instead of putting glue on the bottom of the piece, I'm going to glue the leaves together. So I'm going to take a leaf from one of the bottom pieces and glue it to one of the leaves from my third piece. And I'm gluing just the base of the leaf together. I'll use 2 or 3 of these leaves on each to put these pieces together. Now I'm going to add my last piece sort of next to on the opposite side of the third piece that I added. And I'm going to glue a few leaves again together from the base, attaching it to the bottom 2 pieces. I'm also going to attach a few leaves from this 4th piece to the 3rd piece. And when the glue's dry, I'm going to position these pines. I'm going to sit this down and sort of fan it out to make sure it's a nice even ball. Now, if I turn this over, you can see that there's some holes in here, and that will allow me to attach this to my branch. Now, this is the largest spiky ball I'm making. It's about 18 inches around. I'm going to make 3 of these, but I think I want to make a couple of smaller ones since my branches have stems. I think I may put a couple of smaller ones on some of the stems. So to make a smaller pine ball, I'm going to use 1 sheet of black poster board. I'm going to fold that in half and cut that down the center. Then I'm taking one of those half sheets. I'm going to fold that in half, open it up and stack it on top of the other sheet. Then I'll cut those 2 in half. And this will give me the 4 sheets I need to create a smaller pine ball. So from here, I'm just going to follow the same steps I did to create the larger ball. So I made 3 large pine balls about 18 to 20 inches and 2 small pine balls. These are about 14 to 15 inches around. They actually look pretty good in black. They look realistic, but I think I want to add a little green to these to make it look more natural. So I'm going to take these outside and spray paint them. I am going to be using a Rust-Oleum spray paint. This is a Hunter Club green in satin. And I'm just going to give it a light coat on top. I don't mind if there's black showing. I mainly want to spray the edges because around the edges is white. The inside of the black poster board is white, so you can see white around the edges. So I'm going to kind of concentrate on those, but it'll cover it with just a light coat. I spread that hunter green all around it, but I'm going to add a little bit of a lighter green. This is a seaweed green, just to give it some variation when I'm spraying, just very lightly on top. Now I let my sprayed palm pieces dry for a few hours, and now I'm ready to attach it to the tree. Again, I'm going to use these holes here at the bottom of the palms, and the holes were created when I attached the separate pieces together. I'm going to stick the palms to the tops of the branches with a generous amount of hot glue. I don't want it to drip down, but I'm going to put a little hot glue and then attach the palm. through the hole and just hold it down for a minute to make sure it sticks to the branch. And it's looking a little like this. And you can position the leaves, sort of fluff the leaves out. Now before I glue all the pieces down, I am going to position these so that I can look back and see if I need to cut the branches or if pieces need to be moved to different branches. I think this one needs to go lower, so I'm going to cut this branch here. I think that looks better. I have some smaller blossoms growing and some really big ones at the top with big floppy leaves. As you can see, the smaller ones make a better ball because they don't flop around as much. And I'm not going to cut this branch just yet because I think I want to add another small palm there. But I think this tree looks pretty realistic. It doesn't look exactly like Renee's tree because there are not 3 trunks, but I think it looks pretty close, really similar, even with the 1 trunk and separate branches. Now, Renee, you can also use 3 different trunks to make this. Of course, you have to use a big open pot. You may want to fill the pot with cement to keep the branches in place. I did try planting this the easiest way possible in this vase with 1 branch. But however you decide to make it, I think it will turn out looking really great in your home. Now, I'm trying to decide if I should put this right outside or inside my office. I can't decide. What do you all think? Let me know in the comments below and check out the link in the description to get your Charojet office lamp. Well, Renee, I hope this will help you to make your own big, beautiful house plant. And I will see you all in the next video. Want more detailed instructions on some of these projects? On my Etsy store, for just a few dollars, you can get instant digital downloads of full-color step-by-step instructions with templates for some of your favorite projects. And check out my Amazon page, where you can pick up my multi-surface acrylic metallic paint, back in stock with 8 beautiful shimmering colors. You can mix millions of colors and create endless home beauty for indoor and outdoor projects. And while you're there, pick up my Book of Elegant Home Crafts Volume 1 with all your favorite projects together in one big, beautiful, colored, step-by-step instruction book. You can now get separate e-project booklets, and also full-color printed project booklets will be available on Amazon. On my Amazon page, you'll see all my favorite crafting tools and supplies used on this show, and you can add them all to your cart for the one-click, fast and easy shopping and delivery convenience of Amazon. I'll be working every day to make crafting fun and easy for you. Follow me at Your House of Home and Your House of Home TV on all social media for extra home, food, and gardening tips.